Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. I am here with a vision. Okay. In this vision, I was behind on rent. Okay. And I was being put out my apartment. Okay. So it's like I came home and saw a notice on my door. And it was like right before I was going to get paid. Okay. That they were putting me out. They wasn't trying to talk. They wasn't trying to hear it. They was ready for me to go. Um, So I ended up going into emergency mode, and I ended up moving out of the country to somewhere that is cheaper and more affordable. Oh my God, this little hair's about to, Lord, help me, Lord. Okay, anywho. However, once I do that, I have people like family members that are upset with me because I moved out of the country, but at the same time, they weren't willing to offer me assistance when I needed it. Which, baby, I understand how this can happen. Because, baby, I remember when I had my little apartment on Braeswood, and all it took, like, I was doing fine. All it took was for my car to break down. And I needed a head gasket for my car. The cost for me to get a head gasket in my car was the same amount as my rent. And I had to choose between which one. Obviously, I paid my rent. So I was like, my next paycheck, I'm going to get my car fixed. Do you know they came and towed my car? How I'm getting to work. Okay? It's problems. You know what I'm saying? It's. And I had it parked at my house. I had it parked at my little apartment. The scripture comes from Proverbs 23. When you sit to dine with the ruler, note well what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are given to gluttony. Do not crave his delicacies, for that food is deceptive. Do not wear yourself out to get rich. Do not trust your own cleverness. Cast but a glance at riches, and they are gone, for they will surely sprout wings and fly off to the sky like an eagle. So I feel like here's the message. God is saying that for whoever this is for, be prepared. Okay, be ready. Think about things like this that could possibly happen. We definitely living in a time where you should definitely have you with some kind of savings, especially if you are on your own and you know you don't have nowhere else to go. You should definitely have some kind of just in case this happened, in case that happened, in case that happened kind of savings. And I already know it's hard to even do that. I just feel like this is for somebody that you are getting ready to move on your own. And God is saying he wants you to have things together and to be as prepared as you possibly can. And don't even think about it, as far as if, something happened and you have to make a tough decision. It's not a situation where people are like, it's not always a situation where people are being mean. Sometimes people are being mean, but sometimes it's not that they're being mean. Maybe they want their own space and maybe they, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's just a tough love thing. Some people, they are, giving out tough love because they want you to do better. They want you to be better. But, in these times, the rent now for the same apartment that I rented for about $500 13 years ago is probably $1,200 today. And that's over double and it's the same apartment. I bet they still got the same kind of carpet and paint and everything. They haven't did nothing to them apartments, and they are charging over double the amount today. And the pay rate has not increased. And it's like we are expected to be able to afford this. And this is not even a luxury apartment. It's an apartment in the hood. Oh, Bracewood. It's a hood apartment. And I'm just saying this like, and the reason I'm saying it in such a way is because I'm just being real. Like, it's ridiculous. And, even back then, it was kind of like paycheck to paycheck vibes. but it wasn't as hard because the rent was cheaper. Today, it would be, you know what I'm saying, straight paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck, with the rent that it is today, making that the same amount that I did back then. I would literally not even have money to go and buy groceries. I would literally not have any money to pay any car insurance. I wouldn't have money to pay the light bill or the water bill or nothing else. I will only be able to pay the rent. And that's the honest truth. And I like, that's sad, because it's like, it's so hard out here. And I just feel like there are so many people that don't understand how hard it is when they are not in a position to like really see it. You know what I'm saying? 10 years ago, rent wasn't this expensive. 10 years ago, rent was not up to $1,000, $2,000, just so that you can stay somewhere safe. Okay. And then, even with $1,000, 9 out of 10, you staying somewhere that's hood, in the hood, for $1,000 a month. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. But I just feel like God is saying He wants you to be prepared. He wants you to be ready. He wants you to be ready. He wants you to be prepared. And, even if, tough times come, I just feel like it is what it is. God is saying, do not wear yourself out to get rich. Do not trust your own cleverness. Cast but a glance at riches, and they are gone, for they surely will sprout wings and fly off to the sky like an eagle. So this is God saying that you just may have to have a plan B, or you just may have to have, like, you need that back. And if something happens and you don't have anywhere to stay where you are located, and you don't have anywhere to just in case, then you need to make a plan B for yourself, because you never know what could happen. Like I said, that wasn't something I was expecting. I was able to just stay afloat. And once my car broke down, it was tough. And like, at any given time, you could lose your job, or a car breakdown, or have some kind of troubles or some kind of problem. You never know what kind of things spring up on you, and you have to come out pocket a big expense. And if you have to come out of pocket a big expense, something's gonna take a dent. So I just feel like God is saying, have something in order, some kind of plan. You got to have some kind of plan. And if you can't stay with such and such and them, and if you can't go to the shelter, and you can't go here, and you can't go there, or try to have something saved up to get a hotel until you can get you another place or whatever. So I had to go ahead and press and pause and do a quick little voiceover right here to add that I do understand that the way things is going right now, low key, if you got enough saved up to get you a hotel for a month, you got enough saved up to go ahead and pay your rent. Just to be real, because these baby, they ain't playing either. Even if you trying to go to the cheapest hotel you can find for a month, this is gonna be a good stack. Okay, going to a nice one will be a couple stacks. So let's just be real. I just feel like where God is going with this is, if possible, try to have enough saved up that if anything happens, you can pay your next month's rent and have a month of time to figure it out. Okay? And, be prepared. And, yeah. Okay. Then, like, God is saying, be prepared. Be ready. Always think ahead. Because you don't want to have yourself in a position to where you don't have nothing. You don't have nowhere to go. Okay. And, I just truly feel like, someone that's giving you tough love, they're not genuinely, they don't want to see you on the streets. And, if you end up on the streets, I don't think they will be happy about that. But, there are some people that actually want to see you on the streets. And they see you on the streets, they going to be filled with glee. And, they still like, I don't care. I don't care. You just going to have to sleep in the tent. I don't care. You stay there. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like God is saying that you have to have a plan B. You have to have a backing. You have to have a just in case. Okay. Especially when it's something as wishy-washy as an apartment, where somebody else could just feel like, because they feel like putting somebody out today, and because they don't like you, and because they don't like this and they don't like that, and they picking at you. And I have experienced it before. I have experienced it before. I remember I was staying in these apartments on Bissonnette, and this lady moved in the vacancy next to me through a party. And guess who got a noise complaint the next day? Me. Did I have a party? No. Was I frustrated by them having loud music next door, even though knowing good and well they wasn't paying no rent? No, I was not. And they had the audacity to attack me about what somebody else was doing. And I'm saying this to say, you never know what could happen. The devil is busy. You never know how it can happen because the devil is busy. But you got to have you a plan B. You got to have you some kind of something because life be lifing. I'm literally telling y'all a story about when I had an apartment as a 19-year-old. I, at the moment of moving into that apartment, did not imagine that I would be living with my mother at 32 years old. I did not. Did not. At 18, when I moved out, I just knew I wasn't moving back. I didn't even expect to move back to Houston. And I'm just being real. I'm just being real. This is me being 100% honest. I was not expecting to be like here. And God is saying, expect the unexpected. And if it doesn't happen, cool. But if it do happen, you good. It saves you from being in a position to where your heart is racing, your mind is spinning, your head is spinning, and you don't know what to do about this, that, and the third, and you crying, and you stressed out, and you just about to have a heart attack, your blood pressure through the roof because you don't know what to do. Plan ahead. Plan ahead. It's okay to plan ahead. Ain't nothing wrong with planning ahead. Plan ahead. Because like the scriptures say, cast but a glance at riches and they are gone, for they will surely sprout wings and fly off to the sky like an eagle. And I just feel like this is God saying, don't just be sitting around expecting that you're gonna be rich forever and that you always gonna have this and you always gonna have that and everything is just always gonna be, because you never know. You never know. We read the book of Job. Job was doing well for him. And just at any second, God can say, Job was doing so well. And God just, allowed things to happen in his life. And his life went all the way down. And it doesn't mean God isn't going to bring you back up. But be prepared. Be ready. Especially in the midst of everything that's going on in this world today. We are coming into a year where I can just feel blessings at hand. But, at the same time, a lot of the world is going through a wrath. So, you have to position yourself. Position yourself to where you are prepared for your blessings. And simultaneously, you also need to be prepared for the what ifs. What ifs. And I've had so many people tell me, oh, you can make things happen when you do that, and you can make things happen. No, you can't. It's nothing wrong with being prepared. I would prefer to be prepared than to be for it to happen and I wasn't expecting it, and dang, because I've been there too. Okay, when I was younger, I would be, that ain't gonna happen, and that could never happen, and this wouldn't happen. And baby, when it happened, I would be shocked. I don't know what to do. I ain't have no second plan. I didn't think that this was gonna happen. I never expected it. Nothing. Not no more. Not no more. Ain't gonna catch me slipping. God said have a plan B. If you're real good, go ahead and put a plan C in place. So you don't have, you're not worrying. You're not stressed out. You're not wondering. You're not doing all these things. No, you don't need to do all that. And that's the message. That's the message. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.